Sadguru Name, Satguru Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name, Adguru Name, Jugadguru Name, Satguru Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name, Adguru Name, Jugadguru Name, Satguru Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name. Inhale, press the palms together, squeeze the root, pull up and in, first, second, third chakras, focus on the third eye. Project light out the third eye. Sit like a perfect yogi. Allowing the light to come into your body as you inhale and exhale, pulling the light into your body, rejuvenating every cell, calling the light back in all day long. The light goes out, goes out, goes out. Call the light back into your body. You are light. Your soul is light. That's what your soul is. Call it back in. Call your soul, your essence. The day you were born is your soul number. Call the frequency of your soul essence into your body as you breathe in and out, keeping a slight pressure on the palms, knowing that as you put together your right and left palms, you're balancing the right and left sides of your brain. So that the divine feminine and the divine masculine inside you can be balanced as you focus your identity on your third eye and stabilize your soul frequency, the light of your being at your third eye, which is beyond gender identification. You are one with the all, where there is no differentiation, so that you can maintain that point of unity within your own psyche and allow your soul to be present as light, as pure light in your body, and that you can direct this light, and this light is your reference point. No matter what, come on in, no matter what happens with your breath, you can always reference this part of yourself, which is truly who you are. And you can relax your hands down, relax, relax, relax. So we have been going through the path, what the yogis call in Kundalini Yoga, the path of the 10 bodies. Everybody, based on when they were born, comes in with a specific soul path, a specific direction that you are traveling with, a specific vibration while you're on the planet. The karma number, the soul, the gift, the destiny, and the path. So tonight we are focusing on the destiny number, and next week we will do the path number, which will be the last number, and Damien is out of town right now, but he's agreed to come back with his gongs and bowls next week. So a class not to be mixed for the Big Bang, the last class in this series that we have worked through, the series of 5 classes. The karma number is the month you were born, for those that weren't here in that class. The soul number is the day you were born. So if you're born on the 1st or 2nd or 3rd, that's your basic frequency that you know that you're always working with. And so just to briefly review that, 1, the path has 10 numbers, 10 steps. 10 steps to enlightenment. 1 is your, everybody say it together, soul number 1, the first step. So the first thing that you are is your soul, is your spirit, is the light that comes into 3D, into the physical body. So whatever you want to call it, your essence, your soul, your spirit, your higher self, whatever, name you want to give that. Then 2, 3, and 4, then we have to travel this path. We travel this path, and this path that we are here to travel is what determines whether at the end of this lifetime or any other lifetime we have become liberated and we are able to connect with and stay connected with as our identity a soul being, a being of light. So what happens is incarnation after incarnation, and Yogi Bhajan says we have 8.4 million incarnations, and I don't know if that means we're bugs and butterflies and, whatever all we are. Maybe it's just the thought. Maybe we're in other dimensions, other planets. It seems like a lot, but whatever the number, we have many experiences even in one lifetime. I mean, even in one day. Yogi Bhajan says 1,000 thoughts per wink of the eye. And that means that we're being, not that we're even just thinking all those thoughts, but we're being bombarded all the time by radio waves and, everything, who knows what. So with all this stimuli, all this delightful experiences, all these experiences, when we can hold our identity at our third eye and vibrate to the frequency of the light of our soul, also called our higher self, and we can maintain that throughout this path, the path of traversing. You have the soul comes in. The first thing you have to traverse is the mind, negative, positive, neutral mind. It's the first thing that happens when a baby enters the womb. They're bombarded by thoughts. When you're not in a body, you're not affected by thoughts that people in 3D think. So when you can have your mind, thoughts in your mind come up, and you're not reacting, you're not judging, you're not criticizing, you're not blaming yourself or others. With every thought, you can have the thought of light, because the higher self, the soul, totally waits patiently throughout all eternity for you to reclaim it. It's a thought away at every moment. So it's this whole process, which can take lifetimes to go through, is this very clear path. And when you know what the path is, and you know in every moment what you're doing and what your object is, now you have started on a spiritual path. So that's why I love going over this very very preliminary or outline or very clear structure of the 10 steps of a spiritual life. And the idea is to remain connected with the frequency of your soul in each step on the path. And it's really definitely, as they say, walking the spiritual path is like walking on a double-edged sword. At any second you can slip off either side and get cut. Here's criticism here. Here's judgment here. Here's projection here. Here's they did it to me again here. Why are my parents like this? Here's reaction there. Why am I having these problems? Why did that driver cut me off? So at any moment, we have the constant possibility to either relate to whatever's around us from the infinite light of our soul, or from what they call, there she is, welcome, we can continue now. That's fine, we're just happy you're here. We'll flow, it's kind of a divine feminine thing. Or we can relate to what we call, again, semantics, the lower self, the ego mind, the judging mind, and this goes on lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So finally, one lifetime, we wake up and say, I'm in pain, and, Spirit, Lord, God, Jesus, Buddha, whatever, show me the way out of this pain. And guess what? You find a yoga class. And my first yoga teacher, Jerry Fortier in Vermont, who I went up and spent a winter there, and it snowed and it was cold, but he was my first yoga teacher. And, you know, we're practicing all these postures and standing on our heads and everything else. And he popped the question, he posed the question, why do people come to yoga classes? Why do people, it was a teacher training, it was a Hatha teacher training class. Why do people do yoga? Why would they come to your class? And I'm like, well, you know, they want to get in shape. I don't know, they want to look good. They want to look cute in the little yoga clothes. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why they, you know, why they come to yoga class. And he said, there's only one reason, because they're in pain. They want to get out of pain. And ever since I heard that answer and I thought about it, I realized, you know, he's right. He's totally right. I want to get out of pain. That's why I keep practicing and practicing. And with this path, it shows you the way out of pain. Relate to my soul frequency. 10 steps. What's my soul frequency? The day I was born. And I'll, you know, I can show the pictures again and go through the vibrations. But, you know, oh, I have to deal with my mind. First, negative mind, positive mind, neutral mind. I have a negative thought. What do I do? Am I going to identify with the lower frequency of that thought, criticize somebody? Or am I going to be in the light of my soul and just hold the frequency of compassion? And what did the Dalai Lama tell us? The Dalai Lama told us when his student asked him, Master, after many years, one of his oldest students of meditation, I have one question that I have always wondered the answer to. What is it that holds the world together? And what did the Dalai Lama tell us? Compassion. So in every situation, we have an opportunity, when those negative mind comes in, to either criticize, judge, complain, da-da-da-da-da, or we have an opportunity to be compassionate with ourselves and with others, to give empathy, to give honesty, to say Sat Nam. That's why we're always going Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Trying to get connected with the truth in our bodies, so it becomes, literally it becomes a reflex to go Sat Nam if something happens that we don't like, rather than, you know, why did that jerk cut me off in traffic, you know? So this is the double-edged sword of the spiritual path. So we get to bring the Sat Nam, the Waheguru, negative, to the mind. Negative, positive, neutral mind. How many seconds does it take for the mind to process a thought? How long does it take to get into your neutral mind on average? Thank you, yeah. I don't know, it could take lifetimes. It's just that it's good to be aware that the way our brain processes information, if it's not something we have automatically trained ourselves to be positive about, if it's a new situation, that's just, it takes the negative mind about 3 seconds to go, you know, assess the situation. It takes the positive mind about 3 seconds to look at the other side of the situation, and it takes about 3 seconds to calibrate to the neutral mind. It's just, you know, it's just how it works. It's been measured by yogis who knew all this stuff before the scientists, as we know, being a good yogi that you are. So we've got the 3 steps of the mind. Then the force, then we move 1, 2, 3, 4, neutral mind. 5 is all together now, all together now. The body. So after we have these thoughts, then we move into the body. And I just heard the most interesting talk the other night, by the way, when I couldn't sleep at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm up listening to the radio. And if anybody heard it, I don't know, but they had a hypnotherapist, this very well-known hypnotherapist on Coast to Coast, and he seemed to be a very experienced person who studied many case histories. And from his wisdom and experience, I found it extremely interesting for him to say what really drives all behavior, and this is important because we're learning about what the spiritual path is and to not be controlled by this. What drives all behaviors is our beliefs. Like, how do you get people to stop smoking? How do you get people to lose weight? And that's why he hypnotizes people to get them connected with their subconscious, because Yogi Bhajan used to say 90% of what's going on with us is unconscious, it's inner unconscious. So as yogis, that's why we get to meditate. And so that's why when people, I'm sure you've all heard this, but people say, oh, I can't meditate, I can't stop my mind. Well, you're not supposed to stop your mind. When you meditate, especially before the sun rises, it takes you breathe and you allow your mind to release the pressure of the thoughts, the 1,000 thoughts a minute. Pressure, Anybody ever feel pressure? And then you feel pressure in your mind, and then you get tense, and then you just then you get your jaw locks up and your shoulders lock up, So the body follows the mind, and the mind follows the breath. So as yogis, what do? Inhale, bring the breath up. Exhale, connect the breath with the earth. So the first thing as a yogi is to focus on your breath. The first step, 1, soul body, light. First step, focus on your breath. That's how we started the class, right? Bring the breath up. Focus on your third eye. Focus on the light of your third eye, where your soul lives. Project out the light of your third eye. Now you're projecting light. Now you're on the first step of your spiritual path. And every breath is the first step of your spiritual path. Okay, so then we've got the body. Then 6, 7, and 8 are what? What did we call those? Spiritual bodies. So now we've moved through the physical body. Now the next thing is, as we project light out, now we deal with arc line, halo. You see these? So how much light? Those religious paintings. You can actually, Yogi Bhajan will always look at us and look at our arc lines. Oh, I can tell that person's going to get sick. There's a crack in their arc line. So, they say disease is around you first before it comes in. So, you've been doing this, right? Build up your arc line. Build up your aura. You won't get sick. 6, 7, and 8. 7 is what happens. So you put this light out. Where does it go? What's 7? Where does the light go? Into your aura. And 8, then what happens? When you have a bright aura, what do you get to do? Yay, pom-poms, yay, team. What? You get to what? Shine. Yeah, you get to shine. And when you have a bright aura that has lots of prana in it, from 8, the pranic body, you get to connect with the infinite pranic body. So 7, 8, now you feel, and this is a pivotal piece, now you can feel the connection with the infinite. Oh my gosh, I feel connected to spirit. Being on a spiritual path makes sense. I have a connection to something greater than my pressurized worry thoughts that I'm bombarded with in 3D culture all the time. So now I start feeling some relief. Some space. Okay, and then we're almost done. 9. 9, 9, 9, 9. Meditative mind. Now you can be in a calm state, beyond time and space. When you can connect with the infinite, you're no longer bound by the finite. Now you're beyond time and space. You're no longer bound by the... Now you become an infinite being who's connecting with the ascended masters, because now you can hear the voice of spirit, the voice of your higher self, the voice of your soul, the voice of God, whatever you want to call it, come and direct you and talk to you. Because your soul was really in charge anyway, but it's just that, mostly we don't listen. We're too busy. And then you get to what we worked on last week. What number comes after 9? Yay. So last week we were talking about the karma of 10 and cracking the karmic imprint of the collective. And that was a dynamic class, wasn't it? Gongs and everything and dancing. And so once you can handle all that, you become a radiant being. And now you become charismatic. And now you can be a spiritual teacher. Now you can direct others how to walk the spiritual path. And they too can get out of misery and pain. Which is what the souls wanted all along. And it's said that once somebody sincerely wants to be on a spiritual path and they ask for help, then, as a student is ready, the teacher appears. Then you can get help from spirit, from, teachers and things like that. They can help you, help you make it through. But isn't it better to know the 10 steps of the spiritual path, and you're not like thinking, am I being spiritual? Where am I on the path? You can calculate yourself with every thought. Was I in the light? Was I in compassion? Was I in mercy? Was I in kindness in that moment or not? Was I connected with the infinite? Did I add light to that situation that was really dark, or did I judge it? So you can really start to assess how much time you're stabilized in your own spiritual frequency. So isn't that a relief? Yay! 10 easy steps to spiritual freedom. And then 11 is mastery, 1 + 1, walking the infinite. So what I was about to say, and then we're going to go around, and then we're going to move. We're almost there, but we get our little 10-step spiritual pep talk. Instead of like next door, hello, my name's Karen, I'm an alcoholic. It's like, hello, my name's Karen, I'm a 7. It's better, isn't it? It's a nice juxtaposition, right? Because right next is the 10 step. It's 12? Okay, well we have 11 steps because 11 is mastery, and 12 can be, whatever we want. So we can have 12 steps too, but we have 10, really. So 11's mastery. So what I was going to say a minute ago is what's said is that, people can wait lifetimes. Their soul can wait lifetimes for them to finally realize, wow, I want to start on a spiritual path. It's like, there's got to be a better way. And, Ford has a better idea, right? So it is calculated, out of the 1,000 people that start on a spiritual path, how many people do you think succeed? 6. But when you come to this class and you learn about this, we have 1, 2, 3, this many people are succeeding in this moment. So just to let you know. So today we do destiny. So it's the year you were born, you add all the numbers together. So that's your destiny number. And so we're going to do this, and we're going to go around, and everybody will say their destiny number. So what Yogi Bhajan used to say is like either karma or dharma. So for every time that you change your thought to a compassionate thought or a higher frequency thought or a thought of light, that's one more way that you've released yourself from what's called the wheel of karma, that which keeps grinding and grinding you until you get like, hey, this is not fun, hey, little flea, I think I'll jump off, So once you can get into this higher frequency of light, then you're actually moving into your destiny, living your destiny. And your destiny has a frequency. All the numbers have a frequency. So we will go around and say what our destiny number is, and then you can understand what your frequency is. And let's see, so I guess everybody is 19 something, no children here. So 1 plus 9 is 10, and so let's see. So my destiny number is 6. And 6 is Arcline. Thank you. And Lola's destiny is 7. And go ahead, Paula. 10. And say your name and your destiny number. Okay. Daniel, 9. Beautiful. Okay, so 19, whatever year you were born. Okay, so 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15, 6, 7, 8. Right? No, 7. Well, that's what I said. She's an 8. Okay, Elizabeth is an 8. And 8 is what body? Let's go ahead, and we didn't do it yet. I said Arcline, Aura, 10 radiant body, and 9 subtle body, meditative mind. 8 is what body? Pranic body. Remember the 8, the infinite. 7 is the aura. Healer. Okay, we'll send you some healing energy. Okay. 8. Okay. Barbara. And the 4 is the neutral mind. Okay. And 7 is the unless it's an 11. 10. So we have numbers 1 through 11. So 10 is radiant body. 10. We have 1 through 11, so 10 is radiant body. What? All right. Subtle body, meditative mind. Positive mind. What year were you born? 81? Okay, so what number is she, everybody? 1981. So 1 plus 9 is 10, and 10 plus 8, and you add them all together. You're 10. Did we do yours? We did yours. Okay. We did everybody. Oh, 3, that's right. Positive mind. Okay. Okay, great. Wonderful. So, I could talk more about what this means for everybody, but I'm kind of feeling like we need to dance a little bit. I don't know. What's everybody else feeling? Huh? I sound like Ellen? Who's? Okay, what the numbers mean? What the destiny numbers mean? Oh, how to use it? So how to use it. So what you want, so you have your soul. Remember, everything, your soul is your reference point, and your soul, that's the day you're born. So you want to, like, if you have a destiny of 10 and radiant body, that means you are destined to be a leader, some kind of leader. Something that inspires people to excel beyond what they're, would normally do. So let's see. So 6, arc line, what that means is person at prayer. So person that has a destiny of 6, it also means service. So you're here to serve people and uplift them so they can see the blessing in whatever the situation is. So you're basically here to show people how to live like a blessed life rather than, a karmic dejected like. So, and through your projection, you elevate people to that level of experience. Do you use your projection or whatever? What? Yes, you use your projection. Whatever destiny number you're working with, when you're aware of that, then you know how you're here basically to what you're working with. Like if you're a 5, then you might be a yoga teacher. You're here to work with more, or 5 is teacher, or you might be like a teacher of kindergarten or school or something. So you're more in a teaching role. 7, you're more in a healer role because it's your aura, your presence is supposed to work. It does. I mean, that's the idea of 7. Your presence works. So when not just your presence, but it's just like when people come into your energy, they start to feel healed because you're carrying that energy, that light in your field. I don't know. Gotcha, didn't I? I'm playing with you. Can't get too serious. That's your job. That's right. That's right. And we're going to sit here till we figure it out together. So 9 is the meditative mind or the subtle body. So you have the opportunity to be a time traveler. No, you go beyond time and space. So as you use your meditative mind, what you have the ability to do is to actually, what I'm getting from you actually intuitively, is you actually have the ability to transmute people's karma. Because karma is something that's stuck in time and space, linear time. I did this, therefore that happens. I ran into the back of a car, therefore I have to get the car fixed and call my insurance company. But energetically, when I tune into you, I get that you have the ability to transmute, help people transmute their karma. It's because you have the ability with the 9 to go beyond time and space. So yes, that's what I was. Okay, I kind of said. I have 9s too, and as BB over there knows, I am wont to travel through many dimensions. I am wont to wander. So yes, you are an interdimensional traveler being, and you have the ability to bring through different dimensions which also translated means you have the ability to bring through other possibilities for people that they cannot see because they are not free enough. They're locked into 3D or into a certain way of perceiving thing or a certain dimension. So you have that ability to show people a better way. We'll put it simply. But it's because of that you're able to experience multi-dimensions. You have the ability to show people a better way. They have the opportunity to change in your presence. Yes. It's very beautiful. Daniel has that too. You can meet another fellow interdimensional traveler over there, right? Mm-hmm. Says so kind of mysterious. You know, nines can be kind of mysterious. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell you what I'm really experiencing. Okay. Any other questions, comments?
You said the first month is your, what was that, your soul?
Karma.
Your karma.
The day you were born. What day were you born? What day is your birthday?
May 31.
Okay, so you're a 4. So you have a soul frequency of 4, which means neutral mind, which means that make sure before you make a decision about anything or the way you observe your world, make sure that you're really connected with your breath and you're seeing things from a neutral place rather than a right or wrong, good, bad, you know. That's your, you know, that's your opportunity, but that's what you're working with. Yes. Right. What do I say it again? Right. Right. What's their destiny like? Right. And your destiny is to, when you sing, to break glasses. In other words, when you sing, to shatter the shell of the illusion of separation, to shatter the shell of the illusion that we're finite beings, to give people an experience of something beyond their finite selves. So I experienced that last night. I had the very privilege of listening to this beautiful goddess sing last night, and I am definitely teleported into the infinite when you sing. So I would say that is your destiny. Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny. It doesn't sound like her. She's like, it's not me. Beautiful. Okay, out there, yogis. Time to stand up. Stand and deliver. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Find your feet. Find your